Hey everybody, welcome back to Bree's Toys. I am Stephanie Bree, and today I'm doing something different. I'm doing another list. These are the 15 toy lines I don't currently own any of, but I want to get and add to my collection as time goes on. We're going to start with number 1, Vintage Barbie. Now when I say Vintage Barbie, I'm talking about 90s and older. So there's your threshold. I don't have anything, most of my Barbie collection is just what I can walk into Target or Walmart and buy off the shelf. So I don't go on eBay and buy the old stuff. But I want it. I want some of it. I've seen some YouTube videos of Barbie collectors who've got some cool stuff out there. And when I was a kid in the 90s, my sisters had some Barbies I would like to get into my collection, the ones that they had, because they looked pretty cool. Especially that skateboarding Barbie. Roller skating, I mean. Yeah, it looked really cool. Number 2 is Popples. Now, I don't want a lot of Popples. I did have a few as a kid. I'm old enough to remember the cartoon. I watched it. I don't remember it. All I remember is it's a fuzzy critter that transforms into a ball. And that was all I needed. I was into Transformers as a kid, so it was a teddy bear that transforms into a ball. You know, pretty cool. Number 3, Cabbage Patch Kids. Now, I only need the one. And I don't know exactly which one I'll get, but I'm going to scour eBay and find one at the right price and get the one that appeals to me. Number 4 is Monster High. I've only recently discovered Monster High, never seen the show, don't know anything about it, don't know anything about the characters, but I think the dolls look cool, and I'd like to get some. This is going to be based on aesthetic, like I buy Barbies based on aesthetic, so if I think it looks cool, I'll buy it. Number 4 is Polly Pockets. Now, I have been trying to buy Polly Pockets for a while now, but they are too fucking expensive. They want like $18 for a little 2-inch toy. No, that's not going to happen. I'm not paying that kind of money for that, something that small. You got to give me a little bit more, or get $6. Be reasonable, whoever makes Polly Pockets. So eventually I'll probably, scour eBay and see if I can find some, at a fair price, maybe. But for the time being, I'd like to have Polly Pockets, but they're too pricey. You go into Walmart, they're just too much money for what you get. I'm not paying that kind of money for what you get. Number 6 is Furby. I don't need a Furby collection. I just want to get a Furby. It doesn't have to be the retro Furby. The modern ones seem like they're more advanced, so maybe I get a modern one. But I love Gremlins. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. I have a Gizmo. Furby is basically a knockoff Gizmo, so it would be cool to have a Furby. Number 7 is My Little Pony. Now, I only want the 80s My Little Pony, and I only want a very specific set of them. I'm not going to say which ones because I don't know the names of them, but I know them when I see them. Number 8 is Pound Puppies. And I'm going to be honest, I just want the one I had as a kid, and that's it. Number 9 is McDonald's. Now, I could do a whole video on McDonald's toys. I could do a whole series of videos on McDonald's toys. McDonald's toys are varied in quality. Some are cool, some are junk, some are neat, some are collectible, some are garbage. I mostly want the Transformables ones. I can't remember what they're called, but the little food things that transform into robots or monsters or dinosaurs or whatever. I want those ones. There's an assortment of others. I'm not going to sit here and list, but I do want an assortment of others. I'd like to get some McDonald's toys. Currently, I have one. I've already done a video on it. It's my Witch Chicken McNugget. You can go ahead and watch that video if you'd like. Number 10 is Bratz. Bratz is another one like Monster High. I know nothing about it. I just think the dolls look cool. I want to get some. Number 11 is Jim and the Holograms. This is one I know a little bit more about. I grew up in the 80s. I watched the cartoon. I never knew it had toys, but now that I know it does, I want them. I didn't hate the movie. I wasn't so emotionally attached to the 80s cartoon to hate the movie like most people. I watched it, and I'm not going to say I loved it. I'm just going to say I didn't hate it. Number 12, She-Ra, Princess of Power. I got He-Man crammed down my throat as a kid. I was forced to buy and play with He-Man toys because my parents wanted me to be a boy, and they wouldn't let me play with Rainbow Brite. They're like, you play with He-Man. Your sisters play with Rainbow Brite. So I got a lot of He-Man toys over the years. I never got any She-Ra toys over the years. So eventually, I would like to get a few. I don't know which ones. I do have Hordak. Hordak is from the She-Ra toy line. So there is that. But there you go. Number 13 is Johnny Lightning. Now, I have one Johnny Lightning. I have a bucket full of Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars and Micro Machines. I would like to get some more Johnny Lightning. They're pretty cool. They're like Hot Wheels, but they're a little bit nicer and they're a little bit more expensive. So you can't buy a lot of them because Hot Wheels are 99 cents. Johnny Lightnings are $8, and it's an $8 Hot Wheel. So it's hard to justify buying that many of them. Number 14 is Micro Machines. Micro Machines is one I will not seek it out, but if I'm in a store and I come across them and the price is right and I have the money, I'll buy them. I'd like to have an assortment of Micro Machines. The exception to that are the ones I had as a kid. I had Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Micro Machines I'd like to rebuy, and there were some Star Wars Micro Machines I'd like to rebuy. That's pretty much it. And number 15, Tamagotchi. I know, we've got like smartphones and PlayStation and everything now. Why would I want a Tamagotchi? I had it when it was new. I have nostalgia for it. I think they're neat. I'd like to get one or two or five. I think they're pretty cool.